Facts about Rolex that you probably didn't know. From its humble beginnings in the early 20th century to its status as a global symbol of luxury and excellence, Rolex has woven a legacy that transcends time. But beyond the iconic crown logo lies a treasure trove of stories, innovations, and hidden gems that few are aware of. Join us as we peel back the layers and uncover the fascinating history behind this horological powerhouse. From the development of groundbreaking technologies to collaborations with visionaries, Rolex has left an indelible mark on the watchmaking industry. Hello there, welcome back to our channel. LuxuryX is your reliable friend on embarking the world of opulence. Prepare to be mesmerized by exceptional timepieces, houses, jets, hotels, and other things that grace the life of the fortunate few. In today's video, we will discuss some facts about Rolex that you probably didn't know. But before we proceed, please give this video a like and make sure to hit that subscribe button. Fact number 1. Rolex is a Swiss brand that was established in London. The humble beginnings of Rolex began in London in 1905, when a young German named Hans Wilsdorf, along with his brother-in-law Alfred Davis, established a company that specialized in producing timepieces equipped with miniature movements built by a Swiss manufacturer in Biel. This marked the beginning of what eventually became Rolex. In the early days of this prestigious brand, the watch's components were originally imported from Switzerland and then assembled inside of English watch casings. As a result of the excessive taxation imposed by the British government, they were forced to close their British office and relocate to Switzerland in 1919. The shop relocated when the British government imposed a tax of 33% on all goods brought into the country in order to pay off the country's liabilities from World War I. Fact number 2. The brand name Rolex implies nothing. According to Wilsdorf's statement from 1946, the name Rolex was made up completely from scratch. The website for the company claims that this term was selected because it is simple to articulate in all of the European languages and because it is sufficiently brief to be easily displayed on the dial of a watch. A mischievous smile appeared on Wilsdorf's face as he explained, "I tried to combine the letters of the alphabet in every possible way." According to him, there were a few hundred options to choose from, but he wasn't happy with any of them. He jokingly said that a brilliant mind spoke the name Rolex into his ear early one morning as he was riding the upper deck of a horse-drawn omnibus in London. Fact number 3. Rolex was the very first to develop a waterproof wristwatch. Rolex introduced the world's first watch that was completely waterproof in 1926. Despite the fact that several watchmakers take claim to the invention of the first dive watches. In addition to being dustproof, the Rolex Oyster had a screw-down case and a crown that was lined with rubber. In order to demonstrate this, Rolex positioned Oyster watches inside of water-filled tanks that were built in its storefront windows. Even in modern times, the term Oyster is still used to identify the waterproofing quality of Rolex models such as the Day-Date and the Daytona. Mercedes Glitz, an English woman, used a Rolex Oyster that she had been given as a present in order to make an attempt at swimming the English Channel in 1927. She wore it around her neck, and when she ran into problems 10 hours into the ordeal, she was shivering and only half conscious. The interior of her Rolex watch was completely dry. Fact number 4. Rolex watches are entirely hand-assembled. Rolex asserts that the construction and adjusting of each and every one of its timepieces is carried out entirely by hand, despite the fact that the company's yearly production is believed to be close to 1 million watches. More than 100 different nations are represented by the approximately 4,000 highly skilled operators and watchmakers who contribute to the design process. In addition, every watch that Rolex produces must be chronometer certified before it can be sold. In order for a movement to be given this distinction, it must go through 15 days of rigorous testing conducted by the COSC, which is the official chronometer control of Switzerland. Fact number 5. The most priced Rolex ever was sold for $17.7 million. In October of 2017, Phillips held an auction in New York City to sell the Rolex Daytona that belonged to Paul Newman. The watch sold for an unbelievable amount equal to $17.7 million. After 12 minutes of bidding, the item was won by a person who wished to remain unidentified. before it was surpassed in 2019 by a Patek Philippe timepiece that sold for $31.1 million. It held the title of the most prized collector's timepiece in the world, with all manufacturers included. Fact number 6. There is a sister company to Rolex called Tudor. In 1946, Hans Willdorf, the original founder of Rolex, also declared the formation of Rolex's sibling brand, which went by the name Tudor. The manufacturers of these watches claim that their products are of the same quality as those made by Rolex, but sell them at a far more reasonable price. In line with the information provided by Barnaby's, the most costly model was sold at Phillips for the price of $379,500 in the year 2015. Fact number 7. The first watch to be completely submersible to 100 meters is the Rolex Submariner. The Rolex Submariner was the very first watch to be waterproof to a depth of 100 meters, which is approximately 320 feet. It was introduced in 1953 for individuals who were interested in scuba diving, a pastime that was just beginning to gain popularity in the 1950s. It is suggested that divers should have this item as their primary accessory. Nonetheless, it also became an emblem of action and features frequently in the films of the James Bond series. Roger Moore uses the model reference 5513 in 2 of his films, while Sean Connery wore the model reference 6538 in his initial 4 films. Fact number 8. There are more knockoffs than genuine Rolex. The Federation of the Swiss Watch Industry claims that the creation of imitation watches is more widespread than the production of authentic luxury timepieces. Over 7 million counterfeit models are marketed every year. Fact number 9. Rough weather is no match for a Rolex. The 1953 expedition that Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay led to the summit of Mount Everest included both men wearing Rolex watches. They never squandered a single second. The watch that was presented to Hillary was not one that was ever purchased in a store. Hillary was given this watch by Rolex, one of the sponsors of the 1953 expedition, to wear while climbing Mount Everest. After the climb, Hillary sent the watch back to Rolex so that it could be subjected to comprehensive testing. Wilsdorf even commissioned a one-of-a-kind wristwatch to be manufactured by Rolex and given the name Deep Dea. The watch was placed on a vessel and sunk to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, which is the lowest point above the crust of the Earth, in the North Pacific Ocean. The watch, which had been fastened to the side, continued to keep accurate time even as the ship descended and the pressure increased. Fact number 10. Rolex is a charitable company. The Hans Wilsdorf Foundation, which oversees the administration of the largest scholarship foundation in Europe, is the current proprietor of Rolex. Because Rolex is not controlled by a single person, the distribution of the company's income is managed by the trustees of the Rolex Foundation. In accordance with the laws of Switzerland, the company is not required to disclose whether or not someone has ever been the recipient of a donation from them. In addition to this, as a charitable organization, they are eligible for significant tax breaks. As we reach the end of our captivating exploration into the world of Rolex, we are left with a deeper appreciation for this iconic timepiece and the remarkable stories that lie within. Throughout our journey, we've uncovered 10 intriguing facts that shed light on the history, craftsmanship, and enduring legacy of this legendary watch brand. There is a whole world of skilled craftsmanship behind every one of Rolex's significant timepieces. Each Rolex watch is handcrafted by experts who put their heart and soul into it to ensure that it lives up to the brand's legendary standards of precision, durability, and aesthetic quality. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing financial videos. Once again, this is LuxuryX and thank you for watching. See you on the next one.